Hi, I'm Jason from the company Blockout Blinds, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to be talking about a roller blind is a roller blind is a roller blind. You think I've gone nuts, right? Well, maybe I have. But look, what this is really about is roller blind tubes. Now, most people think a roller blind is a roller blind is a roller blind, but what they don't understand is that there are a lot of components in the blind that can be compromised to get the price down, and to the consumer looking at the blind, if they're uneducated, they really would not have a clue that one blind was different to the other before they make the purchase. Now, this comes down to the thing I'm talking about, which is roller blind tubes. What's a roller blind tube, I hear you ask? Great question. Here I have a roller blind. You might have seen this in other videos that I've done. It does get around a bit. This is the tube inside the blind that the fabric rolls up onto. Now, it's made of aluminium. It's an aluminium extrusion. And, of course, when the blind's up, you have a bracket at each end, and it has to support the weight of the blind. Now, what most people don't realise is that the roller blind tubes come in different sizes. What sizes? Well, rather than pick up different tubes and show them to you, I've actually just put together a quick little diagram here explaining what the different sizes are. So I'll just go through them very quickly. The standard tube, which is a 38mm tube, is the one you saw on the blind that I just showed you. It's the standard one, and we use that on blinds up to 2.1 metres in width. Up to that width, they're fine. Then, once we get over 2.1 metres, we go on up to the 45mm, what I name, heavy duty tube. Not only is it thicker in diameter, but as the sizes go up, the actual aluminium component itself is also thicker. So that's the 45mm tube. Then once we get to 2.7 metres and over, we go on up to the 49mm super duty tube. So we already have 3 different sizes. Now, at Blockout Blinds, we will put these tubes in automatically to your blinds, and it's just already included in the price. Now, once you get over about 3.3 metres wide for a roller blind, you're starting to get pretty big, and depending on the drop of the blind, which is the length or the height, will determine what we do next, and also the weight density of the fabric. So after the 49mm super duty tube, we then have the 60mm giant tube, and then the 80mm killer tube. Now, of course, they're not really called the killer and the giant tube, but rather than just calling them 60 and 80, I thought, why not throw a word in there. So as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tube sizes. The first 3 are the main ones we use. It's on the more rare occasion we use the other 2 bigger sizes. And you may ask, well, does it really matter what size tube I have? Well, it does. What you'll see here is a picture of a roller blind hanging up, and it's probably around about 2.7 metres wide. And what you'll notice is the fabric is sort of, what would you say, rippling in on a sort of 45-degree angle from the top. And that's a symptom in the trade that we call a V-ing, because it looks sort of like a V coming down your blind. Why does that occur? Well, you have the blind, you have the tube. It's quite wide. The wider it is, the more tendency it has that the tube wants to sag. And once the tube sags, the fabric then gets distorted and has to V to accommodate it. So that example there shows that the tube probably is not big enough or thick enough in diameter for the size of the blind and for the weight of the fabric. So that's the tubes. So next time you're out buying roller blinds and you're sort of thinking, well, I've got 2 companies here and my blinds are bigger than about 2.1 metres, but this one seems to be substantially less for a similar type, warranty and fabric, you may want to ask, what size are my rolls? Exactly. That could be the difference in price, because once you get to these 49 and 45mm tubes from the 38mm, the price does start to climb up considerably. So don't compromise on your tubes or your rolls, because you're going to end up with an ugly looking blind at the end of it. So there you go. You know all about roller blind tubes now, and I hope that's been informative for you. So till next time, have a great day.